Hello, everybody. Welcome again. So, today we're going to be talking about an MCU movie called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, let's get into it. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is Doctor Strange's second main movie, and in this movie, we see him running across multiple realities to save the life of a young girl who has the power to travel across the multiverse, and she's being hunted down for this very power by an unlikely villain. Or, in my opinion, it's an unlikely villain. Like, I never expected that this person will ever get to this point. Like, with everything that has happened with this person, I never expected that the end result would be this. I mean, I can see how we got here. I can see how events led up to this, but I would have never thought that they would ever push this person in this direction, in this angle. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I'm it's just a little bit sad that this kind of thing would happen. I mean, and for me, it just kind of stamps down the fact that a lot of times we make our own villains, and there is no like real good person or bad person. People just do what they want to do, and they have like their own very specific reasons for it. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't such thing as people that actually are bad. I mean, in the sense of like people. It's not everyone that is sane. It's not everyone that kind of like sees life in a certain way. There's some people that do need help because of their experiences and so many things that have happened to them. But for the majority of people, life just happens to them, and they get pushed to this point. And so we just have to really care for the people around us. I really love this movie. I was very entertained by it. At first I wasn't. It wasn't like I wasn't entertained. It was just not interesting. There wasn't anything like that was really captivating or exciting. It was just like, okay, same old MCU. I didn't really have anything like I could like be like, oh, so much excited for in the beginning. But as the story went on, it kept on getting better and better. And Doctor Strange as a character is a very marvelous character. I also like the tone of the movie. I mean, the tone wasn't a general tone, but there were some times where there was like a horror aspect to the thing, and for me that was like the best part of it, because it really helped to build tension. And the fact that they could go to that point, just really kind of put in a little bit of horror. I'm not a horror movie fan, like I'm not a person in that, like I don't like that genre, but it really worked for this movie. It really worked to set, the stakes and to just bring that extra tension to it and to make it more serious. And personally, I really, really enjoyed it. The acting was great as well. I mean, very, very famous and very talented actors, but it didn't really stand out to me as much as the storyline and the plot did. And that's a good thing, because if you have great actors but you don't really have like a good story to show for it, yes, they did their best and they are very talented, but then you don't get the audience's attention if your story does not move people. So I really liked the director's approach to this, and I give him like props for it, because the execution, the creativity, everything worked well for this movie, and I really enjoyed it. All the actors were good, but one person really stood out to me, and that was Wong, the Sorcerer Supreme. I really think Benedict Wong is a very, very talented actor, and I did not see it until this movie. The fact that the man actually is very, very skilled in what he does. I've seen his other movies, especially Deadly Class. I've seen his talent. He's very good. And it gives me even more, like, I'm giving him even more props, because I only recently realized or found out that he has a British accent. But in this movie, he's not using his British accent, he's using an American accent. And not even just an American accent, but with a hint of like a Chinese accent in it. I mean, to be able to go to that extent for a character and to deliver, to be able to even fool the audience, for me, he's one that stood out. There were other people that were very good, but every time I saw him like doing his thing, I was captivated, and I really, really enjoyed his scenes. For me, that he was like my favorite character in the entire movie. My brother didn't like Rachel McAdams' character, that's Christine Palmer, and I can kind of understand where he's coming from in that aspect. Personally, if her own character trope, or like if her own storyline was not in the entire movie, like the movie wouldn't have shaken. Like, I personally don't think so. But I won't go to the extent of saying I didn't like her character. Like, my brother did not like her character at all, and he wanted it to be stated on record. I did not like this Christine Palmer character. I can empathize, like I can understand where he's coming from, but yeah, I wouldn't go to the point of saying. I mean, she really didn't. For me, she didn't really make a difference in the movie. But yeah, I can understand where he's coming from. The action scenes were great, the dialogue was great, like the movie itself was very, very nice. And they kind of, like I said in my review on What If, they kind of brought in a lot of that Doctor Strange's his episodes in What If. They brought a lot of it into the movie, like I was expecting and anticipating, and it delivered. I really loved the way they interwove it into the movie itself. It was really nice. It was captivating. I mean, I'm just thinking about one particular scene in my mind, and I'm like, gosh, like the beauty, the masterpiece in that scene, that it made my heart soar when I saw that. I was like, God, like, what? It was so good. I mean, it's a spoiler-free review, so I can't really say much, but I do advise people to go and watch it. It was very good. They also brought some other surprises from the What If episodes, and every surprise character and surprise appearance, everything was very, very nice. It landed well for me. I think that was another solid point for the movie, because in general, the movie was very, very good, but then all those little kind of like Easter eggs and stuff like that really was what kind of made the movie pop more and more for me. So in general, it was very, very interesting. Those specific points, like the horror like tone and the surprise appearances, you know, and then just like the entire way, the direction that they moved, the fact that the What If episode was also kind of put into it, the entire thing was very, very entertaining. And personally, if I were to rate it, I would say it is worth taking time to watch. So you should really go and check it out. Go and check it out in a big screen near you. You can wait for it to, I think they will definitely release it on Disney Plus, so you can wait for it to come out. But the cinematic experience will make it a whole lot better, so you should definitely go and check it out. So that's it for me and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Please also like and share and subscribe. Thank you so much once again. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, I wish each and every one of you wellness in every single area of your lives.